Hello friends, myself Dr. Anuradha Sharma, and today we are starting with a new NEET Express series which contain multiple MCQs from previous year's question paper, and this series contains the MCQs which is covering the entire syllabus of your NEET exam. So this series is very important for your NEET 2021 to 2023. So before starting the series, we would like to begin with the thought the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. So if we want to fulfill a dream, we should work hard for it. Now here comes the first question. Which accessory genital gland occurs only in mammalian male? The options are first prostate gland, second perineal gland, third corpus gland, and fourth Bartholin gland. Now we know that this bulbourethral gland, which is also known as corpus gland, it is one of the two small exocrine glands which are present in the reproductive system of human males. They are homologous to Bartholin's gland in female. So the correct answer is corpus gland. Second question is, persons suffering from high blood pressure should take the following precaution to avoid excessive rise in blood pressure. Options are first, sleep as much as possible. Second, avoid standing. Third, increase their weight. And fourth is avoid emotional disturbance and excitement. So we know that the persons who suffer from high blood pressure should take care to avoid excessive rise in the blood pressure, and they should avoid emotional disturbances and excitement. So option D is the correct answer. Next question is, the function of gap junction is to, first option is separate two cells from each other. Second, stop substance from leaking across a tissue. Third is performing cementing to keep neighboring cells together. And fourth is facilitate communication between adjoining cells by connecting the cytoplasm for rapid transfer of ions, small molecules, and some large molecules. Now we know that most cells in the animal tissue, they are in communication with other adjoining cells with the help of gap junctions. Now, at the place where these gap junction is present, members of two adjacent cells are separated by uniform narrow gap of about 2 to 4 nanometer. This gap is spanned by a channel of forming proteins which are known as connexins. And these connexins also allow inorganic ions and other small water molecules to pass directly from the cytoplasm of one cell to cytoplasm of another cell. So the function of the gap junction is to facilitate the communication between the adjoining cells by connecting the cytoplasm for rapid transfer of ions. Now the next question is, in a ring-girdle plant, options are the shoot and root die together. Never root nor shoot will die. The shoot dies first. And next option is the root dies first. Now in girdling or ringing experiments, we know that a ring of a bark, it is cut from the stem. Now it also removes the phloem. Nutrients collect above the ring where the bark also swells up, and it gives rise to adventitious roots. Growth is also vigorous above the ring. The tissues below the ring are not only show stoppage of the growth but also begin to shrivel. Roots can be starved and killed if a ring is not healed after some time. Killing of the roots shall kill the whole plant, clearly showing that bark or phloem is involved in the movement of organic solutes towards the root. So in ring girdle plant, what happens? The root dies first. Next question is, which accessory genital gland occurs only in mammalian male? We know that the options are prostate gland, perineal gland, corpus gland, and Bartholin gland. So among these, we know that Copper's gland is the gland which occurs only in male, and it is homologous to Bartholin gland in female. The next question is, the most important component of oral contraceptive pill is, first option is thyroxine, next is luteinizing hormone, third is progesterone, and last is growth hormone. Now we know that the most common type of pill which is available is the combined pill. It is combination of synthetic progestins and estrogens. Combined pills, what they do, they inhibit ovulation by inhibiting the release of FSH and LH from the pituitary. So this is the function of the combined pills, that they inhibit the ovulation period. Now they mimic the hormones which are produced by the corpus luteum, causing the uterine walls to thicken as during the menstrual cycle and suppressing the release of FSH and LH. So the most important component of oral contraceptive is progesterone. Next question is, recombinant DNA is achieved by cleaving the pro-DNAs by first ligase, restriction endonuclease. Next option is primase. And last is exonucleases. Now we know that recombinant DNA, it is a product which is obtained after isolating a specific DNA segment and then inserting it in the another DNA molecule at a particular or desired position. Now this restriction endonucleases, these are also known as molecular scissors, and these are the enzymes that digest the DNA at a specific size so as to isolate a specific DNA segment. Thus, they are required for producing the recombinant DNA. So, option B is the correct answer. Next question is, the function of leg hemoglobin in root nodules of legumes is, first, inhibition of nitrogenase activity. Second option is oxygen removal. Third is nodule differentiation. And fourth is expression of NIF gene. Now we know that the root nodule of legume, it contains an enzyme which is known as nitrogenase and leg hemoglobin. Now this nitrogenase, it catalyzes the conversion of atmospheric nitrogen into ammonia, and it is highly sensitive to molecular oxygen, and it requires anaerobic condition. The nodules, they have adaptations that ensure that the enzyme is protected from the oxygen. Now, in order to protect these enzymes, the nodule contain an oxygen scavenger which is known as leg hemoglobin. So the option B, that is oxygen removal, is the correct answer. Next question is, nucleotide arrangement in DNA can be seen by X-ray crystallography, electron microscope, ultracentrifuge, and last option is light microscope. Now this nucleotide arrangement in the DNA, they can be seen by the X-ray crystallography. Watson and Crick in 1953, they have proposed the double helical structure of DNA. And for this, they were awarded Nobel Prize in 1962. This model was developed by them on the basis of previous observation, including the helix of Pauling 1951 and X-ray reflection studies of Franklin and Gosling in 1953. So this nucleotide arrangement in DNA can be seen by X-ray crystallography. Next question is, the correct sequence in the process of development of human embryo is, first, fertilization, zygote, cleavage, morula, blastula, and gastrula. Second is fertilization, cleavage, morula, zygote, blastula, and gastrula. Third is fertilization, zygote, blastula, morula, cleavage, and gastrula. And last is cleavage, zygote, fertilization, morula, blastula, and gastrula. Now we know that the fusion of male and female gamete, it produces the zygote, and this is known as fertilization. Now, repeated division of this zygote, it is known as cleavage, and it forms a morula. After division and rearrangement, a fluid-filled cavity is formed and it is surrounded by blastomeres. That is, blastula is formed. the appearance of germ layers, they mark the gastrula. So first option, that is fertilization. After fertilization, zygote is developed. After zygote, there is cleavage. After cleavage, morula is formed. After morula, blastula is formed. And last, gastrula is formed. So option A is the correct answer. Next question is, the label of a herbarium sheet does not carry information on. First option is date of collection. Second is name of the collector. Third is local name. And fourth is height of the plant. Now, first of all, we should understand what is this herbarium. We know that herbarium is a collection of plants which have been dried, pressed, mounted on herbarium sheets, identified and classified according to some improved system of classification. Now, these sheet contain the following information, which is written on the lower side, right side of the corner. First is scientific name of the plant. Second is common or vernacular name. Third is family. Fourth is locality. Fifth is date of collection. Sixth is collection number. Seventh is name of the collector. Next is plant characteristic. And last is name of the institution. So the thing which is missing is the height of the plant. So option D is the correct answer. Next question is, origin of species was written by which scientist? First is Oparin, second is Weismann, third is Lamarck, and fourth is Darwin. We know that Darwin published his observation and conclusions regarding the evolution in the book which is known as Origin of Species in 1859. So Darwin is the correct answer. Next question is, in a Bt cotton, the Bt toxin present in plant tissue as prototoxin is converted into active toxin due to first, action of gut microorganism. Second, presence of conversion factors in the insect gut. Third is alkaline pH of the insect gut. And fourth is acidic pH of insect gut. Now we know that soil bacterium Bacillus thuringiensis, it produces proteins, and these proteins kill certain insects like leptodurans and dipterans. Bacillus thuringiensis forms some protein crystals, and these crystals, what they do, they contain a toxic insecticidal protein, and this toxin does not kill the bacillus because it exists in its inactive prototoxin form. But once an insect ingests it, it is converted into active form of the toxin due to alkaline pH of the alimentary canal. The activated toxin then binds to the surface of the midgut epithelial cells and create pores that cause swelling and lysis. And finally, it causes the death of the insect. So option C, that is alkaline pH of the insect gut, is the correct answer. Next question is, names of Sheridan and Chan are associated with protoplasm as the physical basis of life, cell theory, third is theory of cell lineages, and fourth is nucleus function as a control of center of the cell. Now we know that cell theory was proposed by Sheridan and Chan in 1839, and according to this theory, all the living organisms are composed of cell. This cell theory, it is also known as cell principle or cell doctrine. So option B, that is cell theory, is the correct answer. Next question is, protein present in cartilage is cartilagen, osine, chondrin, none of these. We know that chondrin, it is a protein which is present in the matrix of the cartilage. And this protein, it forms constituents of compound which is known as chondrin sulfate. Now this chondrin sulfate, it consists of protoglycans, and this is protein chain. It is bounded to long chains of disaccharide hyaluronic acid. So this option C, that is chondrin, is present in the cartilage. Next question is, in the ABO system of blood group, if both the antigens are present but no antibody, the blood group of individual would be B, O, AB, and A. Now we know that blood group AB, it is also known as universal recipient because it can receive blood from both the A and well as B. So option C, that is AB, is the correct answer. Next question is blocking of arteries due to deposition of fats and calcium is called arteriosclerosis, atherosclerosis, emphysema, and heart syndrome. Now we know that blocking of arteries due to deposition of fat and calcium, it is known as atherosclerosis. Emphysema is a chronic obstruction of the lung disease. So this atherosclerosis is the correct answer. Next question is, which one of the following correctly represents the normal adult human dental formula? 3131 upon 3121, 2131 upon 2123, 2123 upon 2123, and last is 3133 upon 3133. Now we know that adult dental formula of human is incisor 22, canine 11, premolar 22, and molar 33. So option C is the correct answer. Next question is, which one of the following is primarily concerned with cell division? GA3, IAA, cytokinin, and IBA. Now we know that cytokinin, it induces the cell division in plants and thus it influences the plant growth by controlling the cell division. So this cytokinin is concerned with the cell division. Next question is, which of the following strain is not used for staining chromosome? Basic fuchsin, safranin, methylene green, and carmine. We know that safranin, it is not used for staining the chromosomes. Human immunodeficiency virus, that is HIV, it has a protein code and a genetic material, which is first option is double-stranded RNA, second is double-stranded DNA, third is single-stranded DNA, and fourth is single-stranded RNA. We know that HIV, it is a retrovirus which contains single-stranded RNA and it is surrounded by a protein code as a genetic material. This HIV is different from other retrovirus. It is around 120 nanometer in diameter and roughly spherical. So it contains single-stranded RNA. Next question is, typhoid fever is caused by Shigella, Escherichia coli, Giardia, and Salmonella. We know that typhoid fever, it is caused by Salmonella typhi. Pollen grains can be stored for several years in liquid nitrogen, having a temperature of, first option is minus 120 degrees centigrade, second is minus 80 degree, third is minus 196 degree, and fourth is minus 160 degree. Now pollen grains, we know they can be stored for several years in liquid nitrogen at temperature minus 196 degrees centigrade, and this process is known as cryopreservation. Next question is, legume roots have swelling called nodules that, first option is produce antibiotics that protect the plant from soil bacteria. Second, it provides a steady supply of sugar to the host cell. Third, it increases the surface area for water uptake. And fourth, it contains nitrogen fixing bacteria. Now we know that legume roots, they have swelling which are known as nodules. And these nodules contain the nitrogen fixing bacteria which is known as rhizobium. So option D is the correct answer. Next question is, in man, the urea is mainly produced in liver, kidneys, gallbladder, and spleen. We know that this ornithine cycle, it is a cycle of process of urea formation and it operates in the mitochondria of the liver cells. And this has been started by the scientists which is known as Krebs and Hensley. So this urea is mainly produced in liver. Next question is, botulism caused by Clostridium botulinum. It affects the lymph glands, central nervous system, spleen, and intestine. Now we know that Clostridium, it is genus of gram-positive bacteria. They are obligate anaerobics anaerobes, which are capable of producing the endospores. Another feature is they are rod-shaped, foodborne disease caused by this Clostridium botulism, and it is referred as botulism. Now, it is caused by the ingestion of neurotoxin, which is known as botulin, and it is produced by the microorganism in the food. Now, this botulin, what it does, it blocks the nerve function, which further leads to respiratory and musculoskeletal paralysis. So, option B, that is central nervous system, is the correct answer. Next question is, a man takes large amount of protein. He is likely to excrete more amount of first water, second glucose, third urea and uric acid, and fourth is salt. We know that the ultimate products of protein catabolism are urea and uric acid. So he is most likely to excrete more amount of urea and uric acid. Next question is, the term humulin is used for hydrolytic enzymes, powerful antibiotics, human insulin, or next last option is isozyme. We know that human insulin, which is known as humulin, is the first therapeutic product which is produced by the means of recombinant DNA technology by the scientist Eli Lilly and on July 5th, 1983. So option C, that is human insulin, is the correct answer. Next question is, milky water of green coconut is liquid chalaza, liquid nucleus, liquid endosperm, and liquid female gametophyte. We know that tepidum is important layer which provides nutrition and development to the pollen grains, and it is also source of precursors for the pollen coat. So this milky water of green coconut is liquid chalaza. Next question is, under normal condition, which one is completely reabsorbed in the renal tubule? Urea, uric acid, salts. Last option is glucose. Now we know that the cell lining of the proximal convoluted tubule, it is well adapted for reabsorption of materials from the filtrate. They also have abundant mitochondria and they bear various micronuclei which is present on the surface and which is giving a brush border appearance. Now the cells reabsorb the entire glucose, amino acid, inorganic ions, as well as some urea from the filtrate. So the correct answer is glucose. So please press the bell icon and subscribe my channel to get more videos.